you're testing?
Testing the soft, feminine voice. Why? Why?
No.
Why can't I be soft? Look, I can't hear you.
It's great into my ear. Like, I feel like I want to start scratching.
Oh, what?
I don't like when people do that. You know, I listen to voiceovers on TikTok of some. I'm not gonna say where these people are from, but I can just tell, like, you don't want your accent to come out, and you're like trying so hard to like talk slowly and like a little bit sensual, and then you start sounding like you're almost singing.
Oh, that's a nice complimentary. With me, I'll say you sound drunk or like, but you say it sounds like
it
singing.
sounds like it like you're singing,
That's
but like I don't like it. Sometimes I feel like I want to scratch my ears. Like, speak up a little bit more and also don't pick out the words. Like, it's, I don't know how to explain, but
it's rubbish.
It's a pet peeve of mine.
It's rubbish. I actually hate some women that speak like as if they don't have backbone. It's actually
except that's your natural voice, and that's fine. Like, I don't have any problem if that's your natural voice.
Maybe obviously if it's a natural, am I going to
it's just well, I think we're talking about two different things. I'm more like, I don't like when people are trying to hide
fake accents.
Yeah, do the fake accent voiceover thing. Like,
no, I told you that's what you should do when you go to Nigeria. When next goes to Nigeria, play the radio, listen to.
I won't be doing that.
No, you need to do just for 20 minutes. You're just like
I won't be on the radio. No, thank you.
No,
I've had my fair share of diction classes in Nigeria to laugh in a lifetime. I will not be doing
it. It is the most confusing thing ever because you're like, oh, surely you've not left the shows. But this accent is not from any show. I'm not sure where this accent is from. Because even Scottish people that are partly Nigerian and whatever, there's the way they sound. You don't even sound like them. Scottish Nigerian people sound confused though. But the way the person sound on the radio, I'm like, this accent has no. Anyways.
Yeah.
Enough about that.
Okay, why are we here, Marble?
We're here to review Love Band UK, which to me, okay, I said it was the best, but someone is like, well, Love Band Sweden, and I'm like, Love Band Sweden is actually pretty good. Who's someone? Oh, Reddit.
Okay, so I'm like, jeez, man.
But
I knew it was a person.
It's all a consensus that Love is Blind US is at the bottom of the tiers of Love is Blind. It's consensus.
Why?
It's It's trash. First of all, they pick the trashiest.
But then the most couples and people that are still together.
Because they have the most seasons.
I know they've had a long one, but it's successful in terms of dating shows. Love is Blind US is successful
because of the number of seasons it's had.
Not in comparison to the other Love is Blind. I mean, every dating show.
Yes, if you compare it to Love is Blind, the other Love is Blind.
Yeah, no. I'm not comparing it to the other. I'm comparing it to every. That's why I'm giving.
Even if you compare it to the Bachelorette and Bachelor, it's still not as successful as them because. I mean, studies have shown that women pick better. So the most successful seasons are the ones the Bachelorette.
Yeah, but I know, but those people have had so many couples be like this, go to the wayside.
Yeah, but they also have a lot of couples that form because they do Bachelor in Paradise. So that's I think. The more options you have, the more opportunities you have. Yeah, obviously.
Maybe I'm a bit biased to the fact that they started something good.
Yeah, and then they started something good. Their intentions were good, and thankfully other countries.
Some people started gaming the system.
Yeah, from season 2. So.
Yeah,
and that's why I don't like things about the US because they like gamifying things. So they like gaming things. They don't like.
Not the show. It's the people.
Yeah, it's the people. No. It's not the show. It's the people. Yeah, it's the people. Like
I can say
Americans
the same for Married at First Sight. People that audition for that show too. Like.
Not really, because Married at First Sight audience is not as big. So even if you're going there for fame, you're deceiving yourself.
Yeah, well.
The audience is not as big at all. Lifetime.
Even at that, still not great people.
Once again, I mean, that's why the Australians once said, "See, we're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time." Not just that, you can swap.
I still stand by what I say.
Yeah, no legal marriage. Yeah, I think the case is not legal. But married at first Australia, besides the fact that there's no legal marriage, you can also swap partners. Nobody said we know that this is rubbish. We're going to just do rubbish. In fact, that's right of that show. I watched Love Triangle was an Australian show. Oh my god, that show was ridiculous.
You tested the waters with a lot of dating shows.
I did. I tried to watch Are You My First? Okay, we tried to watch Are You My First?
Yeah, I was checked out. And then you tried to watch what's the one with you said people that made a pact.
Marriage pact.
Yeah, you tried
marriage pact where I'm like, and then I was like, I feel like they need to have some more criteria. The US just be, I'm like, have criteria for the love of God.
Yeah, and Okay, no, okay. I was about to say okay. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, that was it.
Oh, we watched Battle Camp. You know, I forgot we watched Battle Camp.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That was actually a good show.
Yeah, that's true.
It was actually good. It was actually good. You should watch it on Netflix.
I was rooting for Cutie to win.
I wasn't. I was initially. Then they became stupid, and I was like, "Yeah, you're not gonna win." Yeah. It's just the way. But the only thing I'm glad about is that Shubham didn't win. Did Shubham win?
No. You don't even remember.
I don't remember. I'm glad that Shubi didn't win because I like this is how people like to do things and Shubi be making progress where you're not supposed to make progress. Anyways, favor I guess. May I have the favor of Shubi because I don't understand. That guy is an ole and yes. He saw everybody like, oh, Shubi's not a threat. Oh, Shubi's my friend. Shubi's my friend.
But that's
made
what
to the
happened
finals.
now. Yeah.
Went to the finals, and I mean, and the thing is about Shubi, I can never say Shubi is there for clout, and I can never say Shubi is fake. That's how he has been. He's a very genuine person. He doesn't lie, manipulate. He doesn't do all those things. And I guess maybe people can just actually sense that about him. That's why I can't be too mad at him that he's just about like, they like me. Please keep liking me. So Matoka was interesting. I liked it because I mean we like competition shows that are not too heavy on the politicking. Even though this one decided trying to politic, I'm like, okay, but there's a game of chance, but there's still politicking, and the politicking was that's what initially I was like, okay, cute. Then cute decided doing. I'm like, you people must always try to fall somebody's hand, but
yeah. But anyways,
it was a good show.
We're here for
Love is Blind UK. Yeah, Love is Blind UK. So we'll digress.
So let's go over across the pond, everyone. Let's go. Follow us. With Johnny.
Okay, and jump.
Oh,
no, my ducks are not jumping. We're gonna waddle into the water. I'm gonna waddle.
And now, guys, we've made it to the pods.
Welcome to the pods in the UK.
Yeah.
Obviously we're behind, but we're going to just compress the.
We're going to do the first 8 episodes. I don't think there's anything so major that we had to do it in 2 episodes.
No.
Like I'm actually very happy we watched it at a stretch, so we can just see everything.
Yeah, let's go in. But you know, I actually wish because I would have there's something that I would have said that I would have changed my mouth on, which I like changing my mind. Like. Should I start? Okay, I guess.
Yeah,
well, obviously, this is a spoiler.
As a whole, so don't worry.
I think that I would have been harder on Java in the first 4 episodes, and the second drop, I was like, you know what? Yeah, he's a problem, but Katisha, girl, you are a bigger problem than I thought. So that's the only thing I feel like I would have changed my mind on. Also, Meg would have come from a question mark, so I'm like, I slightly dislike you. So just. Like things like I already should have been drunk from the beginning. So to be honest with you, I need to just admit something. Her visage. I really was trying to like root for it because you just wanted someone that is, I'm not gonna say the word of color. You want a couple. You want a variety. You want a variety. Exactly. You want a variety. You want people coming out of the pods and like having variety. You know. It is what it is. Like the first season was very, very, very. Yeah, so that's what we were looking for, and to be honest with you, let's just go straight into. We can just talk about Anu and Patrick. Let's just go straight for it. That's why we're on them now, and I have a question for Anu because she goes, her introduction was I'm a Christian. I pray. I fast. I celebrate to abstinence. Yeah, and all that. And the first person, not the first person because we don't know the other. I'm not going to turn into this people that be telling you, oh, they got married, engaged on the first day. No, that's so the one person that you decided to stick with among everyone is the person that is telling you that they listen to their spleen. The human design coach. They're human, like all this kind of things. They're spiritual, but they're not Christian. And we find out that it actually is a cult member of a cult. Yeah, I didn't dive into that, so I don't even know anything about that one. And then it's the same cult that the woman on TikTok that is in love with her psychiatrist belongs to. We're in an alternate universe, and it was about to crack the darkest timeline. Yeah. But anyways, they are in the darkest timeline. And then what's it called? But he's very sweet. No, he's so sweet. He's good looking. He's sweet. He comes across like a gentle giant. He won the physical lottery in terms of being Jamaican and Nigerian. He picked up all the qualities, everything. He has it all in spades. He just happens to. I don't even know how this falling by the wayside happened.
I don't even know how to explain it, but whatever.
Because he was raised Christian, so then clearly something went wrong.
It's not even just that, like...
Sorry to say, something went wrong.
Okay, yeah. But my issue is just... It was just too much spleen for me. Too much.
You know what? I prefer your spleen to your guts, because after I watched it again, one was, oh, my intuition. I said, you people are so stupid intuition.
I prefer that, but like, how many times am I gonna hear the same word over and over and over again? It starts to get like tiring.
The reason why I said that I'm fine with him trusting his spleen, because his spleen was right. If that was a truth, I mean,
yeah. I knew it was not for you, to be honest with you.
I know it's not for you, and I'm so glad that God delivered that, because I'm tired of Christians coming on this.
Can I ask a question? Do you feel like she was blindsided?
No, she wasn't. They showed the conversations, the last two conversations they had before Patrick ended things with her. It was clear. Okay, when he asked her about, if your mom says she doesn't like this match, are you guys going to go forward? And she goes, oh, well, I took my mom says very seriously. So if she says she doesn't like it, I'm going to have to listen to her. And he said that's low vibrational thinking, which we agree with. But that clearly is someone that's saying that I'm not impressed with what they're saying. You don't sound very bright.
I'm gonna put a caveat to that. I understand her saying that if her mom is not, because it would be weird if she said something like
she was saying that as in she's done. Like, if your mom doesn't like it, that's silly. Yeah, an adult.
Yeah, an adult, yes, but if your mom has a valid reason for saying something,
she didn't qualify it with that.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to clarify. Yeah. Like your people don't just like to veto your life
but decision. She was saying, but I think she meant if I want me to come and say no.
Well, me, okay, I'm going to expatiate and say that I'm hoping that you meant
that's not what she meant.
It's something like we all agree on, like we're seeing it that, oh yes.
Yeah, that's a Christian.
Or the whole human design thing is too much for mommy or something like that. Yeah, and everything, fine. But like, it has to be like, it has to be a valid. When someone is telling you they don't like somebody in your life, they have to give you a reason and explain to you. It's your choice to decide to listen or not. Exactly. But I feel like people should give you a good, and they can't give you a good enough reason, because sometimes truly, I know everyone doesn't like this saying intuition or feeling or your spirit or whatever. I know you hate that, but truly, sometimes people cannot put their finger on it. But I usually say in those cases, depending on the person that you're dealing with, you might want to probably keep it to yourself.
Because sometimes the thing is that something like, so the thing about this institution and whatever is fine, right? But the thing is that something that you may not be okay with, someone else may be okay with it. That's the thing. So you may not like it, you may not be like, okay, for me, this person, I don't gel with this person, for me, for whatever reason. But the person may actually, I'm fine with it. So that's why, like, it should just be best kept to advice. You saying that, oh, my mommy doesn't like you, I'm not moving forward. You didn't qualify. Because so let me say everybody, me, her. If our parents say, oh, we don't like this person, here as the reason why, we'll consider it. Also, obviously, because of the kind of, if they also just come out, if you meet somebody and immediately they're like, oh, my spirit does not gel, you will definitely take it. It doesn't mean that you break up with the person, but you will definitely be like, let me start observing and seeing what is happening. Because they don't normally do that.
Yeah.
But for it to now say, oh, I think my mom has this, if she come and say just like, I'm like, hello, ma. Yeah. And I know that my mother has done that to me before, and she has cut off somebody because of that before, and that doesn't make sense.
So yeah.
But the point is that somebody calling that low vibration, right? Because you guys don't have that's the point of disagreement. And I can't remember the other thing, but they had other points. The last two conversations, they had other things they disagreed about. So okay, sex thing too. She said it was sex. She wants to wait till marriage, and he's like, he doesn't know how he's going to do that. So and when they were asking her to sing, and she was like, Then comes to the last conversation, suddenly you're now saying like he blindside Guinea.
I need people to stop asking people to sing and rap. If someone says that they can sing, I hate when people do that to people that sing and can rap or say they know poetry. Like, I don't think it's nice to just be telling because like if you come up to me and say, oh Tola, you're an engineer, okay, do something. Like, it's weird. You don't do that to other people.
Quick,
so
series of parallel.
yeah, like, I
how many volts?
Yeah, I think we should stop doing that to people that sing and people that say they rap or people that say they dance or whatever. Like, stop putting people on the spot. It's not nice. Yeah. I don't like it. I think we need to stop doing that personally.
Yeah, obvious. But that's my point. There were things like,
but they do. Yeah. I don't.
Calling her low vibration. That was. I mean, that's big enough. The sex thing was obviously a pointer.
Yeah.
The religion thing also. Like, I'm like, girl, and I don't feel like God just delivered that, because I'm like, girl, you're just acting like blind to the differences that you guys have. So that's why I'm saying that if it's truly spleen, please continue to follow it because it works very well for you. Because Shamata is that he's a very, like that's what I said, he's gentle giant. He's definitely one of those people that he's not going to go back and forth with you. He's not going to fight. He's not going to shout. He's not.
Yeah, we can not agree on some of the things that he believes spiritually, but like as a person on an intrinsic level,
great.
Yeah, he seems okay. Again, we're talking about the show, not the stuff we've learned after the show, not the cult, as Marable said, not the having a baby on the way and everything.
No,
not that. Okay, like we're just judging based on their interactions in the show. We're not inferring anything else. I know. And then can I also, another pet peeve of mine that I have to put out there because he's part Nigerian, is people just saying weird things. Nobody has done anything to you in this moment, but because someone is saying they're Nigerian and Yoruba or they're this and this, as I've been reading people's comments and some people say, oh, like for Demola, we'll get to him, I don't care if he didn't do anything thus far, he's a Yoruba demon and that's that.
See,
like
I guess Demola will have a lot to talk about because it's like people are not used to goodness. No, for real, people are not used to goodness. It's rubbing them the wrong way. Besides these people that are idiots, but other people have damage because wow. Anyways, when we get to him, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, so I feel like same a little bit for Patrick too, because, and I know Jamaicans get that too, like, oh, you're Jamaican and this. Like, I'm not saying that you shouldn't move with caution, especially if you're not from that group of people and you want to date someone that's outside of your group. Yes, you should move with caution because you don't necessarily understand everything. Like, I don't necessarily understand everybody's culture. So if I were to move to someone they can try to send me a load of lies, did you get, and say, oh, this is how we do things, and I might not know. I'm not saying you should not move with caution, of course.
Cite example. The example of that is Nigerian men always making women come to Nigeria for traditional marriage.
Well, it's supposed to be the other way around. Yeah, but I'm just saying that let's just not blanket, because some of you are blanket statements saying things and missing out on your partner or people that you might have gelled well with just because of you've heard something or whatever. Like, let's not be generalizing people. I know we crack jokes and say, oh, men are this and that. Fair, those jokes are fair because they are rooted in some kind of stereotype, some type of truth, but yeah, apply wisdom. But yeah, anyway, so they don't make it, obviously. They
now met up at the group meeting,
yeah,
and then so she's talking to everybody, and they introduced him, Patrick, this is Patrick, and then she's actually like, huh? And she told her, I'm like,
it was too dramatic for me. It was too loud for me too.
Then she asked them, and you know, this is so her Huda is another girl that did this on the show she was on, where basically she tells the girls one story, so making
and tell the boys there's a reality.
Yeah, there's a reality, and she tells the girls, Zainab, sorry to trigger her. She tells the girls a story where she's the victim. She was blindsided by Patrick. They had such a great connection. She was expecting him to propose to her. Hello. Now, obviously, we only see snippets. So, yes, obviously, after the low vibration comment, maybe yes, they things but it wasn't a smooth. The part is that it wasn't a smooth sailing. There were definitely things that you guys didn't have in common. There were things that important things besides these low vibration comments. Like, what's the religion thing?
Can I say something that I've noticed? Which meeting, okay, so some people don't understand what it means to be like in close quarters with people and spend a lot of time with someone that it becomes deep. Because people say, oh, there's no way I can fall in love with her. They don't get it. Like we did NYSC and those 3 weeks feel like it feel like, man, you really bonded. Like, bruh, people get married and people make lifelong friendships from those 3 weeks. At the same time, it could also not be that deep. I need to say that out loud. Like, you can literally also walk away because it was just 2 weeks in. Like, if you sit there and think about it. So, while those two things are true, while you can meet someone and marry and be happy and move on, when things don't work out, it was also just 2 weeks. And you can also walk away from it. Like, I don't know if that makes sense to anyone. Because I use it because some people say, oh, then people should not be married in just 2 weeks. No, you can. You can absolutely. I mean, many people have proven that you can totally do that and you'll be fine and you're still married. People are having babies, okay? So, you know, it can be, and it can also be that it was also just 2 weeks.
I just
like in fact, you can say, thank God it was just 2 weeks, and I can work hard to remove this person out of my mind and my life. Thank God it wasn't in the real world where we've intertwined, we've done so much. So I didn't understand the loudness that Anu was having for Patrick, and not even being able to say.
Let me see what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, the dramatic.
Yeah, you're lying.
No, not that part. That the first person when she just saw it, and he said it was Patrick. She's just like, oh my god, I should turn it. Then later, I went to the girls. I was looking at the girls now. And this is why.
Wasn't she the one that still said she wanted to talk to him?
No, it was the girl that said I don't. This is why I understand why men hate all these girls, because sometimes it's really fools propping up fools, because she went, obviously I told them now, and obviously Megan is a believer, so Megan was like, oh, if I were you, but Megan and I can't remember the other girl that said it. They're like, oh, if I were you, I'll just go talk to him, just get some closure, since you're over him, like, it's done, you blah blah blah, right? You're done. Blah, blah, blah. They're like, oh, it's not my type. I'm like, girl, stop it, stop.
He's a good-looking man.
Good-looking, tall, well-spoken.
Okay,
nice
you know what? I want to even say this. Love Island UK, my. You guys were like, okay, I'm about to say. Sorry, Love is Blind. Oh my god, Love is Blind UK. I'm going to say something that is very problematic. I'm very sorry. Apologies to the people that I will offend. I'm a short person myself, very short. But Love Island UK, this was like no short kings.
They were giants.
Like everyone was tall.
They were giants, and then the blacks were now towering over. It was
what? They were making people that were not short look short.
They brought Vikings.
These people were tall.
They were tall.
Oh, yeah.
Tall, yeah. So then obviously the girls gassed out like, oh yeah, go talk to him, get closure. So just talk to him. I'm like, okay, if you claim that you don't care, you're over it, oh my gosh, don't get closure. Why are you getting heated? Oh, he was lying to you. He was trying to explain to that no, like he just trusted this spleen that he just felt like they were not a good match, and that's why he ended it. And he was nice enough to make sure that she didn't sing before he told her.
Yeah,
he
that would have been embarrassing.
Yeah, exactly. He made sure that she didn't sing. She was like, this is awkward, but I have to tell you that this is not going to go forward and everything. And I feel like he let her down gently, but I guess she didn't feel that way. And then she said, you're a liar, you're a liar, you're a liar, you're a liar. And he's like, oh well, it's nice to finally hear you sing.
Unhinged.
And she just continued, and he's like, okay, well, have a good day. And he walked away, and he was just like, I was right. And
anyway, thank you, Anu, for making me defend
a spleen.
Yeah, a man that trusts.
Thank you. Man.
Very much.
Yeah, thank you, Anu, for making me stand against my own sister. Thank you for that.
Yeah, exactly.
We greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, I just think that you could have handled it different.
I know. I say, let this be the last time any Christian comes on my screen and trying to compromise. Like, stop it, for the love of God. Do you believe what you believe, or are you just going to like doing it because, like, what's the point? You're not standing out if what you want to do is to blend in. Like, anyways, sorry, I'm not gonna.
Okay, what do you want to go or talk about next?
Let's just go to the beginning.
I want to do the okay. Go ahead. Let's do
from the very beginning.
I'm so sorry, people. Like, calling everybody their name, but the name they escaped them.
All right, Kieran. So he had some connections. We're gonna show the pictures, then we're gonna go back to him. Megan, the dancer, and Sophie, the serious girl.
You know what? Can I say something that someone pointed out?
What?
That apparently this is when you like words mean different things in different countries.
Okay.
When someone introduces themselves as a dancer in the UK, and when someone says I'm a dancer in North America, it means something completely different.
Oh, they think she's a dancer, like
as far as I go to the club
nightlife.
and the strip and everything. Yeah, because people were confused.
I also compare.
But it's not confusing for
every time she's sitting down, her legs are like this. So I'm like, clearly, yes, you're a dancer. You're used to being in a stretch position and everything. But she showed the dance she does, ballroom dancing and stuff.
Yeah.
She's a dance teacher, actually.
Yeah, people's minds just go to like,
dirty.
Oh, dancer?
Dirty.
Like, masita?
I was gonna say that. Dirty. Yeah. Okay. So, Sophie, initially when we met her, the other day. Maybe he knows you.
You know what? When we first met Sophie, we were like, okay. And
I was like on the fence. I'm like, she's either just blunt or she's a bitch. I was on the fence, and now I'm no longer on the fence. I'll tell you where I stand later.
Alright, I continue. Okay. I just when she explained about her mom and the one person that she was looking for validation from didn't give it to her, I started to understand her as like why she's the way she is. and as guarded. It's not
so
excuse
basically
though.
her
It's not
mom
excuse
chose
to be
a man
badly
over
behaved.
her.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
It's not an excuse to be badly behaved
because therapy exists.
Yeah, therapy, and you're also now 28. But I totally understood where she was like coming from and how guarded she was, and again, can I just say one thing for people that come on reality TV show for love? If you think you're intrinsically a good person, the other person doesn't know that because they just met you.
Yeah, she's like, I'm
But
a character.
a lot of people just think you should just know.
Yeah,
how am I supposed to know if you don't express
up.
yourself, if you don't say words, you don't tell me stories, if I don't listen to your tone and your inflection, and then eventually when I meet you, I match the tone and inflection to you, where your face moves and everything.
You won't be disappointed.
Yeah, you cannot just expect me to just know that you're a good person. Like, people just say I'm a good person, and like it's yes, good, but I can't know that you're a good person if you don't open your mouth.
Why should we believe you?
Yeah, exactly. So you have to state. Everybody is stating their case. Everybody's presenting themselves. Like, you have to just. It is what it is. If you know that you're not into like opening up or presenting yourself, or you're the kind of person that my looks carry me, and I didn't have to like have a chat or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't think Love is Blind is not a show for you. We go on Love Island or something else that.
I love Island, so you will go home.
You still have to chat. You still have to chat to people. But like, for some of those shows, looks will first get you through the door. Then you have to now chat. But yeah. I would just say that if you're not ready to like express yourself, maybe don't come on Love is Blind. That's just how I feel. Sure.
No, it's the truth. Yeah. Like, cause Sophie, pretty girl, everything. She was very she's very well spoken. She's obviously very accomplished in her career.
Very.
It almost seems like
the only thing that's missing.
Yeah, according to her, the only thing that's missing is the love part. Mm-hmm. But it also just seems like she has this veneer of like, I have to look. It's almost like she feels like, I guess because of what happened with her mom, she feels like she has to perform to get love. Mm-hmm. So it's hard for her to open up because she feels like, oh no, my biometrics, my statistics should be enough to get me there, because I worked hard for these things and they're really good now. Should be, if I wasn't loved for myself, why should I give myself now? Let me show you all these things that I am. Which is why in the pod she was saying things like, oh, I'm so cute, oh, when you see me you won't be disappointed, and that, oh, I'm a good person. And I'm like, girl, I was liking her initially, but when she came for the mix, I said, okay, this is who you are. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
She totally had a bit of a crash out over the gift.
Kieran. So yeah, just a reminder, this is Megan, the other connection for Kieran. So Kieran gave Megan a gift in the pod. And so Kieran was trying to get to know both of them, and we could tell that he was struggling with Sophie because Sophie was just not opening up. Meanwhile, Megan, she's an open book. She's spilling, even though I don't remember what she's. I don't remember her life story now, but she opened up and she's.
So much has happened, guys.
Yeah, so much. And even though, like, personally, me, I mean, I'm not a Megan fan, but she was. I have to admit that she was very open, and so and Kieran was just obviously drawn to that because it's like, this is someone that's
also
open.
I'll say this. In all of Love is Blind history of a triangle, I would give Megan this unbothered. She wasn't like when I say unbothered.
God, remember that last? Who was that girl that was so extra?
I can't even remember her anymore, but I know I know what you're talking about. But
it's not even the one that just got divorced. It's not even Lydia and Uche and the other girl.
It's not that one.
It's the one that girl was like, if I hear her sit up another time, I'm just going to scream. I just can't stay near her. She didn't even know that we were the other connection. I'm like,
yeah.
Center yourself more.
Yeah, like, I'll give her that. Like, the only time that she started to show that she was better, and it's not because she thought that Kieran didn't want her or anything, is that she felt that Sophie was trying to pull a wool over Kieran's eye and make her look like she was crazy. We'll come to that. That was in the mixer.
But before that, don't you remember when they were still in the pause, that Sophie comes to her and like, oh, I don't want to feel uncomfortable that I'm carrying other connection, this and that. I'm like, Sophie, what are you doing? Okay, you think that Megan fought for this your childish
traits? She was not bothered, so I give her that.
Yeah, she wasn't bothered, and Sophie was bothered, and she was trying to be like, oh, don't bother, I'm such a cool girl. Yeah. I'm like, girl, of course, this is love.
And there's only one thing. There's just one thing I'd say about Megan, and it has to do with we'll get to the other person. I think after this we'll just go straight to Javi. But before we do that, we'll talk about where their compatibility and if we see them getting married, because that's the next episode that will be coming out on Wednesday. That I notice is she cares about, like, if I tell you something, do not call me a liar. Believe me. But sometimes your reality is not the full reality.
It's
That
just
so
yours.
that I'll give her that, like, some, yes, I feel like she's like, oh, what's the, there's a word for this, skipping my mind now, like, you just believe that there's right and there's wrong, and sometimes there's a gray area in some things, but I feel for her it's like it's this and it's this, and it's what I tell you that it is.
Yeah, and you have to just believe it.
Yeah, so there's that to contend with. So she doesn't like, and I don't know, because sometimes when you come out like this, it's because you were telling truth a lot of your life, but people just didn't believe you, and it kind of messes with you as an older person, because you're like, okay, well, now we're all adults, what's the excuse of not believing what I'm telling you? Which is your truth, but it doesn't mean that it's the truth.
Because
yeah,
I'm sorry, semantics matter.
Yeah,
like,
semantics do matter.
Semantics matter. If
Yeah.
I say get the pen from the table and there are 5 pens and you pick one, but that one the pen I wanted you to pick, that's, I mean, it
I
matters.
should be more specific.
Yeah, it matters. I'm sorry. You can't just say things and because that was what you observed is now the truth. No. Also, context matters. For example, some things you can see. I mean, if you watch sitcoms, they always show you, like, those episodes will show a scene that you don't understand, and then like within, like, or someone misunderstanding something. For example, in How I Met Your Mother, there was one episode where the guy across the apartment from Barney's would see Barney come out every day, every night at like 9 p.m. or something, and stand around and look for like 5 minutes and then go back upstairs to his apartment. And the guy was like, what is he doing? And he found out that Barney was just farting. And he doesn't want to be fighting in front of Robin. And you know that because the guy was obsessed with Barney, his wife left him. And so it just is like, sometimes what you think is happening is not what is happening. Like, you have just one side of the story, right? Or like, if sometimes there was one story I read where the guy thought his babe was cheating because they're really very open with each other with their phones and stuff. And this one time he asked her for her phone, and she was like, no, I can't give it to you. And guess what? It turned out that she was planning a surprise birthday for him with his sister. You know, so it's just like, things are always what he's saying, and you can't be so set in like, oh, I'm right, I know what I saw, and what I saw is the truth, that you can't even be willing to acquiesce or accede that, or maybe not. So yeah, where do I have to go from here?
Okay, so we want to talk about them as a couple, Karen and Megan. Yeah,
oh.
It seems to work.
I'm like, I don't know what you want me to say. Yeah,
it works.
They're
seems
cool.
To work.
Yeah.
They're cool. They seem cool.
They love each other. They said I love it to each other.
Yeah.
He's very obsessed with her.
Yeah.
She's also obsessed with him.
Yeah. I don't see, they've not had any, like, the only major arguments.
Oh, when he went to talk to Sophie when he had the mixer. Okay, is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, and then because she went, I said this was when I started being like, my mixer started doing like this, because so it's not like, oh, once again, I don't even surprise all this girl when you just met. No. However, I surprise to being a good person no matter what. And I also feel like sometimes when you don't have the full picture, just chill. This is why, like, when we were introduced to Sophie, I was like, you're either blunt or a bitch. I can't tell yet because, well, I feel like it's a mix of both actually, because she is blunt and but she's also a bit bitchy, because I guess it's easier for us to do that than for her to be vulnerable. So she just tends to lean towards that side. But when Kieran went, he told Megan before he went to go say hi to Sophie, and they had a little chat and came back, and Kieran did this thing that also triggers for me, because when I told her, but in this case I can permit him because they all just met. It was like, oh, Sophie is nice. She's not at all like what you said, Megan. I was triggered because if I tell you somebody is away and you go and meet the person and you come back to me, tell me that the person is not that way. Are you mad? But that's if there's a longer history. This one, I'm like, we all just met, and she was not trying to insist. I don't know, you're trying to pull the wool over. This is the issue. Your eyes.
Don't make. I always say this all the time to people that are in like a relationship. It's the reason why I always try to. I respect when people are in a relationship. Don't let someone that is not inside of your relationship now become the centerfold for your relationship. Sophie is not your relationship. Good thing Karen is not interested, and she also has expressed that she's not even interested in Karen.
In a rude way.
In a very rude way, but fine.
Whatever.
Yeah, she finds Javan more attractive than.
Yeah, I mean, objectively, he's more attractive.
Karen, and she said all the other girls, including badass man. Everybody has good looking men except me. I'm like, why did you have to say
so
that?
I'm like, Sophie,
That's not nice.
That's bitchy
like
coming out.
every single guy does fire this season. Every single everybody's fine. Okay, so let's not
above average.
let's not do that. Okay, but but thus far.
Well, yes, we'll come back.
I think we'll come back. There's an issue that they had. We'll touch on it a little bit because we're gonna go to the next person.
Address it.
But we'll address it fully after the reunion. I think, because everything will be. We'll talk about it, but we'll really dissect it after the reunion. But let's just go straight to Javan. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
The next, because we'll just go from one triangle to another.
Okay. Introducing Javan. Thank God he cut his beard. It looks much better.
Yeah,
now.
I didn't like the
it was shaggy
beard.
But I like it. He looks good now. It looks really good. Yeah, this picture is not. What is this picture? Actually, looking at this now, what is this picture? It basically look like a street man. Like doesn't see. It just looks like. Jeez. And if I'm not watching the show, I'll be like, man. Some photograph. Is it that they don't have photograph? Let me zip my mouse there. So anyways, Javan, the triangle. This is the head of the triangle. Apex, Katisha. This is the top of the triangle. So Javan is the first leg, and Mr. Demo once again. Okay, this person can't take back people picture, right?
No, don't let's digress.
That's why I've said this because I was like, I wasn't gonna say before, but I said I was triggered.
Move.
Yeah, triggered all up and through. So lovely Katisha, 31, Javan 28, Demola 30. Who do I start with?
Let's start from the very beginning. A very good place to start.
A very good place.
When you sing, you begin with
Demola.
Okay, so
hey, Demola. Sorry, Demola or Redemption.
Okay, Demola. I only have one gripe that I have to pick with you. One, and your conscious show. I'll say it in Yoruba as my Yoruba brother. One gripe, please. You cannot be introduced. If anybody else wants to say your name wrong, like in an English accent.
Yeah.
But as you are introducing yourself, it's not Demola. See, look, I'm not picking on anybody that is abroad or whatever and does not speak their language. That's not what I'm doing here. I've just noticed that other people that they raise their kids abroad or they speak another language or whatever, one thing they know how to do is say their name properly in their actual language. Like me and Mara have had this conversation at nauseum, and I say it all the time. People say, what's a hard name to say? Arnold Schwarzenegger. People say, find a way to say it properly and say it correctly. I say people's French names in the French.
Or at least attempt
to say it in the French accent. If you tell me your name in your French accent, I will say it the way it's said.
I wish I had attempted to say it.
I have a gripe.
But it's also maybe just that he's tired. You know, when in that society, you just get tired. So it gets tiring.
I get it.
Okay, look at you. How many times he's like, okay, Ade. And then
no.
Then
I don't.
Ade taller.
I always say my name.
No, you say your name well, but they will still change it for you.
And then my name is kind of complicated because we've had this. I brought up my name as an example that there are two. I've heard people say Ade two ways. They say Ade, they say Ade, and I've noticed that sometimes when they're referring to a guy, in my family though, they will say Ade, and when they're referring to a woman, they'll say Ade. So I've picked up that okay, I'll pronounce it that way. But Demola is Demola, please.
Demo.
Or Demomo.
Demo.
But yeah, Demola. Yeah, but that's it. It's not him. I'm not picking on him. Please, we like Demola.
Demola is
this is a safe space. Please.
May the Lord.
People that are calling him a pushover. I'm not having it.
No, that's essentially love bomber.
I'm not having.
Okay, good. But here, good. So I can now talk about the things I've been saying.
Yeah.
Besides the people that are just trying to hate on him and say that because he's a Yoruba demon, which is not. Demola, like I said, Demola is an angel in human form. Demola. Hey, God bless you for redemption. For the redemption of Nigerian men.
Come on.
God bless you. And that fact that your brother is
his cousin.
Though your cousin, sorry, is Charity's fiance, Dotsun. I said it makes sense.
It's like you guys are loved in your family.
Yeah, your family. Oh, they are loved because it's on Charity's sister. When Dotsun, that is like his parents are in Nigeria and they surprised him for the family week. I said, Nigerian parents do surprise?
Why not?
Wow. Surprise or flying in, you know. So, and I'm sure that Charity just feels so.
I feel like my parents would come if I was on a reality TV show. and they call Deaconess Mommy and Pastor Daddy up.
I'm like,
Come through. I
It's a
mean,
surprise Addy too.
Yeah, come on. Yeah. You know what? I know you're engaged, but I ask every time when we do like, what reality TV show would you go on for like finding love if you were looking for love?
Love is blind. I'm good at talking. I think my voice is also great, so this is perfect show for me.
You know, every time everyone's bragging, you will hear it in her voice. UK, she does this subtle brag thing in her voice. Like, I think my voice is also like, she does that thing. She drags it. She
FK does that thing.
Yeah, pay attention, guys. She does it all the time. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. She does it all the time. Yeah.
No, love is bad, because I'm sorry, love. I don't have anybody for love. Let's be so sorry.
Look. We were having this conversation the other day. I said something about, what is something that it changed about yourself when you misbehave. I'm like, girl, look, when my waist is wasting, I'm gonna misbehave.
Oh, when my waist is wasting.
I'm just gonna misbehave.
I'm gonna be like, Marvel, you see you now. God to be like, why I did not give you this body.
I won't be naked though.
I won't be naked either, but there'll be signs. The waist will be wasted. The absence of waist will be obvious. The absence of waist will be obvious.
But for me too, I would choose Love is Blind.
Yeah.
I think people have told me I have good chats.
Yeah, just say you have a good chat.
Humble.
Just say
she's a humble
chat.
She's a humble
I have a
girl.
nice voice. So we have the same reason we're gonna love them too. We
have
and
good
then
chat. When people see me, they like me too.
Yeah.
But the reason why I picked this is because the first thing that people say about me when they meet me is that they think I'm a snob. I get that all the time. And then after talking, so Love is Blind will block people, will break that, like block that from like people just looking at me physically and thinking she's a snob. Yeah, she's not interested because I could just come across that way. But yeah, I picked the show too. Yeah, especially because there's no like stress about wearing bikini and no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is the show for me.
It is. And then I'm not doing The Bachelor. Like you will never catch me fighting with other women for one man. No way.
Can I grab your question?
That's the worst show I can ever decide to go on for myself personally. I'm not. Yeah.
Three different women in the same night.
Nah.
And I'll be one of those. if I'm not the first.
I'm not the Bachelorette. You see, this is where you be like double sided. But even if I was, I wouldn't even want it.
I don't
it's too
want
much.
It. It's too much pressure for me. I wouldn't. But anyways,
but yeah, but demo for Bachelor though.
No, actually no.
First UK Bachelor.
No. Let me keep singing Demola's praises.
Okay.
And people are so disturbed by Demola's goodness that
he's 6'4", by the way. He said
he's a tall king. Demola's a very sweet guy. Like I liked his whole thing. Javan, being salty and being like, he's love bombing her, and in the hearing of Demola, I thought that was low vibration. Let me use Patrick's phrase. I thought that was kind of low. That was a low brow thing, because I think he knew Demola was the other guy. So to say that in front of him, it was kind of like, you're definitely throwing shade, and you want him to hear it.
He said he didn't know.
He said he didn't know.
Yeah, because did we watch when he did he went on live with someone? And he said he didn't know, and that Demola is his friend.
Yeah, no, they're friends.
So which is even more callous, because it's kind of like you were just talking.
He was just talking.
You were just talking.
So
right?
I guess no, but he was definitely talking. I mean, when you're saying in there, you
just
definitely want.
Just edited it nice way, but
yeah, but he definitely wanted. Well, okay, don't let me. I can't assume intense. Yeah, don't let me assume intense. He was just talking, but obviously he ideally wanted the person to stop. He didn't want the person to hear him, but he wanted the person to stop, because obviously the person making him look bad, right? Because.
Or do you think he was like, challenge accepted?
No, he seemed like Javan doesn't seem like a guy that actually goes for challenges. He seems like a guy that girls come to him, and if you're not coming to him, he's moving away. He doesn't seem like.
I mean, he kept on saying that he was going to propose to him.
Yeah,
Javan is running.
Yeah, he said he was proposed. Like,
and he says he still stands by.
Yeah, he says that's what Javan. So Javan is like, the more you know about Javan, the more complex he becomes as a person. That's why I'm saying that initially. I was like,
did you say he said it's a Katisha today?
Yeah, I think he said it.
Yeah, and she laughed or something.
Obviously, Katisha has issues, and I hope she started getting help for her issues, because I mean, obviously. Having that kind of low self-esteem, because she was even crying at one point that he just seems to like her, like Demola just seems to like her, and she doesn't know why, and it's like, so you don't believe that you are worthy of love as you exist?
I find it weird when we're just talking. He doesn't even physically. He hasn't even, like. There's no other elements to this. So that means that intrinsically,
She doesn't feel like she has anything to
like
offer.
as a person,
Yeah,
that is
you
wild.
feel like you have nothing to offer.
Because I would be hurt if someone only spoke to me. I say it all the time. Like, we're just talking. Looks have nothing to anything to do. And he's like, you know what, you're rotten.
Exactly.
That would hurt more. You know, then I'd be like, I have to work on myself.
Yeah,
like, you know, I have to be a better person.
She's like,
you know?
oh no, oh he's just telling us. And I'm sure that she may have also used the word love bombing too, because in her head she's just like, oh, this guy is just so good to me. Demola, he wrote her a poem. He got her. I can't remember what gifts he got her. You know, and he's always telling her how he feels about her, how much he likes her, how happy he's talked to her, and he was very vulnerable, very sweet, and everything. Mm-hmm. And then I saw people in the comments. Once again, nobody is saying that. So if Katisha, I'd rather Katisha be like, you know what, I'm not really feeling him. Well, I know he's very sweet and everything. I'm not really feeling him. Mm-hmm. And Javin is clearly a player. I'm going to walk away. I'd have prepared that. Mm-hmm. But it seemed like she was torn between the two of them, and she was torn because she liked what Demola was doing, but
she wanted it from someone else.
Or she was used to the Javin of it all, the kind of player.
Javin was giving her that
mysterious.
Yeah, and girls, God, in 2025, like in
2031,
2025, when people give you mystery without no mystery, like there's no mystery behind the mystery.
Anybody that's mysterious, they have nothing to offer you. Run away.
Yeah, so I think she was liking that. Then the one thing that she did that was absolutely not cool at all. And I feel like if a guy had done it, he would have been roasted. Yeah. Is telling someone that, oh, you're my man.
You have nothing to worry about.
I have nothing to worry about. And then the next day someone's listing off their things that they wrote down in the book, and you're like,
Katisha, female 31, mixed
tick
race,
tick tick,
nose,
tick tick tick.
Okay.
Check mark. And then she's like, you know, it's just the way he makes me feel.
And we know the way it makes her feel nervous, and she thinks that nerves is good. And I'm like, how? And then we meet her family, and we found out that her parents have been together for years, and they love the bond. She has siblings that are teenagers. I'm like, so your parents have, you know, and they claim that, you know, very loving.
Yeah, and her mom says she doesn't like the men.
Yeah, so I think I'm listening rubbish.
That's not
And
correct.
I stand on something, and I know that people are like, oh, don't judge. See, if you come from a family where both parents loved each other healthily, and they loved you healthily, you'd have no business dating somebody that is not healthy. Not person that's be perfect, but somebody that's not healthy. I rather she have said, like, I'm been single because, man, you know, no guy has, you know, measured up to my dad. Not that, oh, I've been dating bomb after bomb after bomb. Oh, Japan reminds me of the bombs I used to date. Oh, let me go there. What? Like, for God. Obviously, she didn't say it like that, but you get my point. It's kind of ridiculous. And to talk about Demola was that, besides the people that are saying, oh, even they don't care, but someone says everybody is a demon, whatever. Besides that, there's some people that I see that they say, oh, they've had Demolas in their life where the guy was sweet and everything, but, you know, they just didn't like the guy. And when I told you now that the girl said that, oh well, that the guy is married now. What did you kill?
Continue, sorry.
That the guy is married now with 3 children, so she gets to make the right decision. I'm like, are you being sarcastic? Because if you wanted to get married, I'm pretty sure you'll, you know, because nobody is saying that, oh, because he's a good guy, he deserves to have every girl he likes like him back. And nobody's saying that. That's why I'm saying that she had to have liked him, to have kept him to the last day. If she didn't, and it's me, my point, long and short of the story, is that Katisha is the villain of this triangle. That's really all I'm trying to submit to you today. Because Javen is who he is, and he was obviously who he is.
You know, I have to crack this joke, because when she just said, all I'm trying to submit to you today, all I thought about was Cradle Catholic. Oh, my opponents, you have been fooled. I am a Cradle Catholic.
Come on. It's all unveiled.
So remember, I was having a
I was rambling, but the point is, Katisha is a villain because that's why I was like, she had to have liked him, because if she didn't like him and she kept it to the end, that's also a problem. Because nobody's saying that because he's a nice guy, you have to like him. Nobody's saying that. But you don't decide to do him dirty. Why? You didn't have to. And then even when she went to see Jav,
and she was not sorry. She never apologized.
Never apologized.
She's not sorry. And
she didn't even tell Javen the longest time.
She cared more about how it was going to look on her in the whole time. And in hindsight, like what we've heard from Javen talking about her, that he met her by herself crying, and like she was more worried about the impression than what she actually did.
Yeah, she needs help.
And then also she never wanted to admit to Javan what she told.
It took him
and I'm like, why you're making something out of nothing? You did something that was wrong, quite alright. Then you change your mind, which you're allowed to. Everybody's allowed to change their mind, okay?
Don't talk about out there though.
You can change your mind, but you should be honest about changing your mind. And
the reason why she can't, because there's no reason. That's why she can't be honest. Because what's how do you understand her reasoning for changing her mind?
Her reason for changing her mind was that she believed that the person that she truly wanted had now come around. That's why she changed her mind.
Okay.
That's just the truth. She, in the moment, she went with Demola the day before. Well, we don't know the day, whatever.
It was the day before.
Okay,
literally, it was the day before. They said it was one day.
Cool. So she went with Demola the day before because Demola was like, look, straight up, you, nobody else, nothing. She's like, you know what? I have a pattern. I do like Javin, but he's telling me straight now. I'm like, and Javin's not giving me enough. I'm going to end it. Then she enters the room. Now, here's the thing about liking the bad boy or liking the mysterious guy is that when you're in his orbit, you're sucked in. You're just sucked into the orbit.
Patricia,
so she
girl.
was sucked in, and then she goes.
She has been sucked in. When she said, oh, you can leave, I said, no, you say, okay, oh, bye bye.
So
stand up and go.
Good. Now, because I listened to his live and he explained why he did not leave. Was that apparently he said the producers didn't like the fact that people were just leaving dates. And cutting it short, so he was like, "Oh, he was just gonna sit there."
Yeah, so she could have left.
So she could have left. Yeah. That was why he didn't. Because I don't know if anybody was wondering or saying why he didn't leave, but that's why he didn't leave. So she did the thing where when a guy just barely gave you anything, barely, and then you're like,
oh my god, he gave me the world. No, he did not.
He didn't leave. And I don't want to leave because she was liking his brother. Look, she was already liking the guy, and she wanted
because
to
it's a pattern. Break the damn pattern. Look at Nicole. Nicole tried it, and the time Nicole begged Sam. And see, I like people that when they are wrong,
you come back. Like Zach and
Nicole. Because she was divorced. She already divorced. She begged her like, please, Sam, that please tell me that you love me. Tell me that this. And Sam obviously, Mr. Sam, whatever I want to hear, I will tell you, I love you. This is it. And as soon as she was like, nah, this is not right. Yeah. And she ran to Benaya, please, Edako.
Which is why, again, for people that keep thinking that love can be so binary. Again, when I say binary, please hear me out, because some people will go and use it to go and do rubbish. I beg, oh. Don't dig this.
No dick pics.
Don't dick pic for yourself. That's not what I'm talking about. Here.
It's like
sometimes
yes or no,
you can like to, people say, can you be in love? Can a man be in love with two men? People say yes, you're a man. That's a running joke. Okay. Enough of my people. Not too much. Okay. You can like two people at the same time. Sometimes you might like someone a little bit more than you like somebody else. It's very possible.
Yeah.
Now, in Katisha's mind, it wasn't a little bit. She liked Javin way more than she liked Demola. But Demola had given her assurance. And my baby girl was like, you know what? I need assurance.
Why would I should that? Because once again, if she didn't like Demola, she should have strung him along to the final day.
No, she liked him, but just not as much as she liked Javin.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing. Just sticks to Javin now.
But
she's a villain. She's a villain.
No.
She's a villain.
It's like It's like gambling.
No, she's a villain.
You know what I told you about a short thing, girl? It's
and she still fumbled the short thing.
Yeah, because the other thing now became available. So
Guess
she's
what?
like, you know what?
I'm glad that this is the first time that's all in agreement on the internet that we don't even want her.
Yeah, we didn't want them to go back. And she wasn't gonna go back.
And we're glad. When we even saw the preview of that, I was like,
I knew she look. I know the people that might go back.
She proud.
She was not.
Proud.
Yeah, she wasn't gonna do that.
And she needs to work on herself.
Yeah, I was going to say something, but I'm like, I'm not going to say that.
Fine girl, work on yourself. Work on yourself. Fine girl, work on yourself.
Yeah, because I was going to link her to Sophie a little bit, but
oh yes.
Yeah, there's a little of pride there.
Yes, they are both very proud people.
Yeah,
yes.
So that's very.
Her pride comes off as
even ending, even ending things with Javin. Okay, let's just go there. I don't understand at my big age.
Okay, fine. We're getting there. Okay,
let's go there.
Okay, no, let's. Okay, so let's set the scene. So they had the mixer where everybody came. So Javan, Mr. Cole. I want to say this picture does not do any of these people. Like they don't come. This photographer. I don't want to say what I want to say, but they need a different photographer for black people clearly. So Yeah, because what are these pictures? These people don't look fine. Anyways, so they had the mixer. Everybody gets to meet everybody. Javin obviously is very good looking, and Sophie sees him. First, it was the dress that Sophie wore. When I saw it, I said, "Yeah, I get to misbehave." Because if you're not getting to misbehave, why wear this dress?
It's kind of similar to a picture dress, actually.
Let's
If you
see.
go,
Yeah, I think so.
are you sure it's not the same? It's
Not the
similar,
same
but it's
dress,
not
but
the same
similar.
level. It's
Yeah,
like short.
yeah, it's short. That one was even tighter.
Yeah.
That one was also tighter. Yeah, push. And then because they put the mic pack, so the squeeze to make the breast look so unflattering. I don't know why she chose to. Anyways, whatever. So each their own, And obviously she's a little blonde, cute, pocket rocket as they call them. So she was given everything. So all the guys were like, when she came in, they were all like, "Oh, Sophie is hot." Even Kieran, I was like, he was part of the people that was like, "Oh, his eyebrows."
Your eyes work even if you're in a relationship. Like, come on.
Of course, your eyes. That's the truth. I was telling my fiance, I'm like, dude, I don't expect that. I'm doing business in financial place. Like, I'm not stupid.
Yeah, your eyes work.
Yeah. So, anyways, in the night we see that I don't know who walks to who, but we see Javin and Sophie chatting, and Javin doesn't say much. Truly, he doesn't. He just laughs in that way. Once again, if you have experienced a player, you just know.
I think he was the one that pulled Sophie for a chat. He did.
He pulled her?
Yeah.
Okay. So then
she was with the girls and then he pulled her for a chat.
He pulled her, okay. So they're just there at the bar, standing at the bar. She's like, we want to sit down. She now goes, "Oh, I can't sit down because I will expose my vagina." Hello. Who asked you?
It's too much.
And then he said something that was, how I said, but it was not appropriate exactly because he's engaged.
No, did he say anything or he laughed?
He said something because in the little black in the interview, the guy quoted him, that quoted what he said, and said that guy, that thing he said was kind of out of order as an engaged man. Yeah, I can't remember. But apparently he said something and then he now laughed again. Javin.
He repeated what she said, which is wild.
Javin.
I think some of the people that come on this show, they say they're prepared, but I don't think they understand that once you say you're engaged to someone, you should be moving like you move like you're in a relationship, because you are in a relationship. But people don't move that. Some of the men don't move that way.
But I think the guy that interviewed him was right, because I didn't clock that before. When he said that he feels like Javin switched when he found out what Katisha said to Demola, I was like, oh, makes sense. Because before then, Javin was very much like here. And he also commented, obviously this is behind the scenes stuff, but he also mentioned that they have communication issues, which I'm not even surprised by, because Katisha does not know how to communicate.
Yeah, we'll say that, because Melba's coming to that.
She doesn't know how to communicate. Yeah. But yeah, so it was, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting, because Javin is, like I said, I don't see Javin as a guy that goes out on the prowl for girls. No, he just goes out and, if the girl comes to him that he's interested in, they will talk, and whatever happens next will happen next. And it's also telling that the longest relationship was with a friend. Someone that was a friend first. Because that Javin kind of, he also has a hard time opening up, which is, once again, why are you on the show?
Yeah, because his sister was also
confused. His sister. No, not as confused. I wish we had that clip. His sister was like smiling, like, "Oh, what's up?" Blah, blah, blah. And then when they go, "Oh, we're engaged," the smile just collapsed. She's like, "Huh?"
Are you sure?
She tried to put it back up, but it was not the same again. She couldn't help herself. And then when Javin left, I just talked to his mom. She was explaining to her that, she asked her that, has he been vulnerable to you? She said, that's true, I don't know. I'm like, so if he's vulnerable to you, how do we get here? If he's not vulnerable to you, how do we get here? I'm not sure. But anyways, I explained to her, because he mentioned before that he was in football academy, he was going to be a footballer, and then he had an injury at 18 and had to have surgery, and he couldn't play again. And she said that really, really, really hit him hard. I'm like, yeah, it makes sense. He's actually kind of quiet. He's not really an out there kind of person, and so obviously he's kind of person that he said he's a slow burner, and I believe he's a slow burner. He has a lot of pain. I don't think he has fully dealt with that thing till now. And the people are going to say, "Oh, I'm being a pick me," whatever. No, I'm not. I'm actually analyzing what I'm seeing. That I said to me, Katisha is still the biggest. I said that the first 4 episodes, I was like, oh, very much like Katisha is bad. Javin is also on the same level. Now I'm like, Katisha is a little bit lower. Because Javin has reasons. Katisha does not have reasons. So,
we don't know.
I'm sorry. Like I said, my own stance is, if you come from love, you should not date anything outside of love. I even rather those men. Okay, look at how men operate. I know why women operate differently. I don't know. Men, my mother, they had 4 children. She didn't have a maid. She still used to cook food for me every day. I used to eat fresh food, pounded yam twice a week. That's what I want with my wife. Women, we don't learn those things. We don't learn. Why? You see your daddy bringing your mommy roses. You see your daddy pecking your mommy every day. Complimenting her beauty. Telling her he loves her. Telling people he loves you. You don't pick that one. It does not factor into you. You just go ahead and meet someone that is emotionally unavailable, that you have to be chasing, that will cheat on you and tell you that it's your fault. It is say, it's true, it's true. That's true. That day, I actually did it. I ignored him. He's right. He's right. So, okay, if you that came from love cannot.
I answered this question for you when you brought it up because I feel like, yeah, you could have good relationships modeled for you in the home, but sometimes like the first relationship you have outside of the home, like when you go to college, first bad boy you experience, it kind of starts the whole like it starts the momentum of yeah, and bad boy after bad boy after bad boy after bad boy.
I guess people are
Yeah,
different.
it starts there. Yeah, because you can have everything modeled. I mean, it's the same thing like a kid that their parents did everything, and they just went into like a bad group of friends and just became.
Yeah,
so it's kind of like the same. That's why I give grace in that regard.
I don't give her grace. Like, when I saw the family, I was like, I can't even give you grace,
Yeah.
because I don't know why I can't give Patricia grace. She's so defensive. She refuses to admit that she may have made a mistake. She doesn't answer
questions directly. That's what I've noticed.
Look at when they were at the honeymoon, and when the other girls were talking about how they've already said they love each other, they love themselves to whatever, the couples, and they ask Patricia, she's like, no offense, no shade to you guys. I just feel like it's still so another. I'm like, girl, shade to you. Like, what do you mean no shade to them? You can feel love with somebody. You can feel love over a day. Like, it doesn't mean like, and also love is a choice. You can decide that this person, like, goes to love the person. I go to love the person because you decided to love the person. Like, saying I love you somebody is a big deal, but you're trying to marry the person, so surely it should be there now. Like, I'm like, what are we missing here? And she's being so defensive. She's not going out on her own. She's not crying, doing this victim tears. That I'm like, what's happening? And it's just because Ashley is very nice. Because Ashley asked her, why are you crying? Was it Ashley? Sorry, what? We were crying about she was crying. But I asked her, like, okay, why are you crying now? Explain. That's the thing. She's just doing this. I'm a victim. Oh my god, nobody understands me. She doesn't ever. Even with Javan, she wasn't fully honest. So it's like, I'm not saying she's the villain. Obviously, I mean she's the most unhealed out of everybody on the show. I don't mean she's a bad person. I just mean that she needs a lot of healing and she shouldn't have come on show. In fact, out of this triangle, only the one that was ready. Javan wasn't, neither was Katisha. And the fact that Javan and Katisha
still talk, kind of sad because like I feel like if there was a girl that met Demola where he was at, he would have actually gotten married. Yeah, he would have actually got to see that, but we didn't get to see that. It kind of sucks.
It sucks for us and for him too, obviously, because he wants love. That's why he.
I have my only hope for people like Demola or other nights would have been on the show that it didn't work out for them. Because I noticed that they tend to stay single a little longer. Because dating is just like for the people that really want to date, it's not.
That's not, because this is like a shortcut. There's something that in 2 months I can be married.
Yeah, for the people that really want to date out there, I'm hearing that this look. I'm not on the streets because not because I'm dating anyone on it, but because I choose not to be on the street. I think I've said this a million times on this channel. But for the people that really want to date and like I'm married, I want to be in that, I sympathize because it's like it's just not connecting. The people are just not. I don't know why. There's just so much misconnection going on, And I think also sometimes it has something to do with people not being honest or truthful about what they're looking for. Sometimes that happens too. But
okay,
sucks.
So
let's just fast forward to.
So after the lecture, they go home. Apparently, Katisha asks about Sophie, and she's like, "Yeah, we just had a regular chat, whatever." Javan apparently is a cheeky chap, so he used to talk about things that they could not about like production and stuff. You know what? Javan is intelligent. I'm gonna give him that. And because he was for bad things, he's a villain. he's an evil genius because he didn't want his conversations to be aired, but he said that somehow they managed to chop it up to make it look like what it was not. But afterwards they got to the apartment, and then I will tell what was shown. Let's not tell. Afterwards, I can tell what Javan said, but what was shown. They go back to the apartment. Scratch asked about her. Then they said they're going out.
Before that.
Okay, sorry.
She goes. Okay, they're trying to eat. She puts food on her plate and she's doing this heavy sigh like, and then she's like, okay, I'm gonna go to bed, and she pecks him. I'm like, okay, here's the thing, use your words. You're not happy, you're upset at something
that we don't know.
That
even he's like
use your words and say how you feel, for heaven's sake. Like I'm tired. Like, we're grown adults. Is something bothering you? Say it. Okay, you peck him on this and go to the room. and then you're still sulking in the room, and then you obviously don't want him to go out, and you don't want to go out yourself.
Exactly. I thought you just say so.
Why exactly? Why don't you use your words and say so?
Nope.
Like,
You don't do that.
say how you feel. People, yes, he knew that you were upset, but you're giving. You know,
You were saying that I should go.
This is another thing. This is another thing. Forget what was even said. I'm able to understand something. When this is how you create gray areas in relationships. You're not saying how you feel, but you're hoping the person just knows how you feel.
Yeah.
And the person also is trying to be lazy and say, you know what, if you're not gonna say, I'm not gonna assume it.
I'm not, but it's not being lazy. Guess what? Boundaries means that
and I'm not gonna.
You are responsible for your feelings. I'm responsible for mine. If you don't communicate them to me, feel how you feel.
If you're not gonna say, I'm not gonna assume it, and I'm not gonna push it.
I'm not gonna act on it. Yeah. If you don't want to say
so if you're not gonna open your mouth and say exactly how you feel, then I'm gonna do what I want to do in the moment.
Yeah.
Because both of us are not talking, which is not great.
Yeah.
So, you didn't express, and then he goes out
with the boys
and girls, and they go out to a club and a bar or something.
Yeah.
And then
the next day,
here
runs Megan.
Yeah.
See, Megan, this second batch. I was like, girl, I need you to not be that girl, and she was that girl. So she was like, oh, she tells Kieran that, Javan was all night. He was talking with the girls, Anu, Yolanda, and Sophie. That even at some point, do you know what? I just remember this, that she just told Kieran. So the next day, Kieran just lied to support her. It's not like he saw it. Anyway, sorry. Then she now goes, that some sort of point he went into the photo booth with Sophie to have a chat, blah blah. Then the next day, so that was the day. Then she now felt that Katisha is her mate. She needs to tell Katisha what's going on, and Karen is like, yeah, you should. So she goes and tells Katisha that Javan spent the whole night with these girls. He wasn't really hanging out with the boys, blah 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 blah. Then Katisha confronts Javan, and Javan is like, what are you talking about? And she's like, this is what Megan said. And I like how she named the person so that we know to direct our eye towards. And she was like, Megan said that you were always with the girls. She named them Anu, Yolanda, and Sophie, and you were flirting this and that and the other. And then you spent a very long time with Sophie, blah, blah, blah. You guys even went into the photo booth for a long time and whatever. We're going to know what people were doing there. And Angela was like, what? That didn't happen. That's not true. Now, here's the thing. Because she's used to dating scum, once she hears bad news, she has to believe it. Because she's like, well, this is what I did. She has to believe it that, God damn it, I've done it again. This is not who did this. I dig this people myself. She's like, dig. And they're going back and forth and everything. And then afterwards, I guess he leaves to clear his hair. I don't know. But the next thing you see her writing letter for him, and she puts the letter on the table and she leaves. So he comes, he reads the letter, and he just rips it up. And in moments were like, how come he didn't even like pay any mind to it, like as if anything was going on, right? And then he now calls Megan because he knows it's Megan. He now calls Megan and Kieran. And to me, the kind of Kieran is just out of respect because Kieran don't need to be there. And then he now is like, he's upset that, he heard that you're telling stories. And then Megan I say, yeah, I just said what I saw, It's the whole night. And he's like, it wasn't the whole night. She's like, yeah, no, it was the whole night. Every time I looked at you, there we started. Every time you looked at him, were you staring at him the whole time? Megan. No. That's where it's straight falling apart. Because that's why I say, you're arguing about semantics. And then the next argument they moved on to was, because when he obviously was like, clearly, that's not true. Because then I went to the photo booth that, and like, there was no even curtain there. And she's like, there was a curtain.
That's another semantic that quite alright did not matter, but quite alright.
No,
it mattered, but why were you in the photo booth? That's the question.
Yeah, I mean, we'll talk about that later. But for now, it was because that one, again, like we said earlier, everything is not always as it seems, right? Yeah, you should. I mean, that way, but like, there's no reason why you're talking to Sophie that much.
One thing that I learned early on in life, when I was in high school, was about gossiping, because people love to gossip and people like to embellish truths, and like, there's a little truth and then they take it and run with it. I learned early. That's why I started being like guided in my life, and like the things that I do is that if there ain't nothing to talk about, there ain't nothing to talk about. Do you get? The photo booth has now become a pivotal thing. If you never went into the photo booth with Sophie, it would not be a thing. And that's why we're now doing rubbish semantics and talking about open, close, argument, this,
Yeah,
that,
he said he
that.
was arguing with her. We
You
just
never
met
give
her
people
that night.
a scenario or anything. Like, the people that I'll say people that did it best
Yeah.
were people from Married at First Sight,
Oh.
when they absolutely disappeared and reappeared. I came up with the story of looking for phone. But here's the thing: there's no semantics. You disappeared. Quite alright, but nobody knows what you did, why. But here we know you were arguing, bruh. Then you went.
No, they know. You know, they didn't know that. It was when he now told them that when he was
because they were like
arguing,
talking,
like
and then going. So like there were actions being done. You, to me, no. You should have sat your ass with the boys the whole time.
No, sorry, not no. Okay, I can't say the word.
No, you should sat with the boys.
No, it was with the ends. It wasn't.
Yeah, the
boys.
whole time. That whole because Demola was there and Patrick was there. And Anu and Yolanda. You should have sat. And then I guess this is where we get to talk about Yolanda.
Let's show you all Yolanda.
Yes, and Yolanda. Like, you should have just been with them the whole time. And peace would have been. And some of the things that I feel like Megan thought she saw, I don't think. The only person that I absolutely believe you were flirting with 1000% was Sophie. I think you were being very friendly with Yolanda and Anu.
For obvious reasons.
To
us, clearly. Not obvious to Megan, because Megan does not understand certain dynamics.
Like, as black people, when you're the only black people in a group. No, it's true. When you're the only black people in a group, sometimes you just...
You gravitate towards each other.
Each other naturally. It just happens. Everybody does it. It's not a thing. All that race of people gravitate to each other too.
Yeah, it's natural. And Miss Megan.
So I think that's what happened. I'm not going to read beyond that. I don't know.
That's what happened. I don't believe that, because from this thing, I already to spotted and clocked that.
I can tell.
Anu likes to
Javan's type.
Anu likes to.
And his type is mixed race to white women. That's what it's giving. I'm not saying that that's just what it's giving. Please, no, it should come for me. So
I'm just saying that I already know that Anu was cooking up stories, because I know that Anu's reality is different from what's on ground. So when Megan came and said what Anu said, he was flirting, I said it's a lie.
I think it was being friendly.
Lie. Exactly, it was being friendly.
Sometimes some people can say something cheeky. It could come off as flirty to you. But to him, it was probably just paying you a compliment or something, but it wasn't flirty. I
don't even think that the compliment, because even what they showed that this thing, he didn't pay her not one damn compliment.
I'm just trying to say benefit.
I know. Sorry, girl. Yeah. Once Megan said I knew, I said you're a liar.
I think the guys were just being like friendly with themselves as
you're a liar.
But was he absolutely flirting with Sophie? Absolutely.
Sophie's the only one that I was like, yes, absolutely. He was when he saw her and everything.
Just based on the conversation they had earlier and the fact that he pulled her for a chat.
Yeah.
And he started, and then yes, the way they dice things up with the producers knew what they were doing, because in hindsight, when they know, because get the thing, we're watching it in sequential order right now,
but they recorded it after.
But the producers watched everything happen and then decide to chop things because they knew the storyline, how it was going. So they chop things in a way that, oh wow, Megan's gonna pull him for this and say this person, okay, who we're going to make sure we show that he talked to at the mixer, Yolanda and Anu. We're going to make sure that he might have talked to every single girl.
Yeah, but they won't show us that.
But we're definitely going to highlight him being flirty with Yolanda and Anu, because it's important to the rest of the storyline. It's very important. Yeah. So, but do I think that you were flirting with Sophie? Do I think that you guys were saying inappropriate things to yourself? Absolutely.
Or at least you were laughing when Sophie was saying,
or you were laughing or enjoying it, or no, but you're off camera now, because you said when you were on camera,
he didn't say anything.
But now that you're off camera, you can really go. Because what do you mean? What is so passionate that you're arguing?
But he said that what he said is that they're arguing that apparently they were talking in the pause. You know what I felt was happened? Well, I told you that when Sophie came out in that, I'm like, you came here for trouble. Sophie's self-esteem was
let's be realistic. If you came on this show and you weren't picked,
and you thought you were so cute,
and you thought you were the thing,
yeah. You come like
you're gonna come. You're gonna represent.
She picked me. So apparently, her and Javan connected on this show. So she was like, apparently, according to Javan, he said that the argument was about why he didn't pick her and whatnot, and I guess he escalated. It makes sense that Sophie can definitely bring that, and I guess Javan cared enough to escalate it with that. But obviously, we don't say actually put is right though, please, because you can then put.
I don't like. No, we believe in boundaries.
Yes,
we
you're still engaged.
You're engaged. You don't move like that.
Yeah.
I personally think, on a serious note, you probably shouldn't have gone out that night. Not for the reasons that maybe Katisha was saying or anybody was saying,
better.
but for the reasons that for heaven's sake, this story is still as old as time, has been done too many times on a reality
Jerome.
TV show. You know this.
Jeremy,
I just don't. Every time after the mixer, every time, sit your ass at home, okay?
No, but that's why they always want to hang out. No, me, I just feel like just exercise self control.
Okay,
It's
cool.
one night.
I love that.
Exercise
You want to
self-control.
hang out. Love is Blind has graciously given you guys apartments that are spacious and beautiful. You guys could have come ordered like,
Who comes to go and meet sadness in the house?
I don't know, but okay, go to one of the.
Will you go to?
Okay,
go
fine.
To
Even if it's not sadness, whatever you call that sadness. Even if it's not that place, fine. You could have gone to another apartment or in the usually there's a communal spaces.
Now, if he stays away Sophie, I'll still be saying Megan because
Yeah.
Megan is looking for. I don't know. Like what are you looking for? Force on your mind.
There's communal spaces. Everybody can be together.
But if it's not to be the same story. Because if Javed and Sophie step out of that place, problem. If they are talking in one corner, problem. Because clearly Megan is doing.
Yeah, but don't. You should have just stayed at home.
No, I think that shall exercise self control. Why can't you exercise? Why can't people exercise self control?
They can't. So clearly stay at home.
Well, do you know what? I'm happy. I'm happy that.
Now we're gonna end this discussion on the fact that what she proceeds to do next with the information that Megan gave her was, after having a conversation, was choose to write a note to someone that you're in the house with, to someone that you were engaged to someone that you spent hours. I would never understand that. And then for me, you know how I feel about notes. Now I feel about text. I do not like, because you can infer tones, you can infer things from the way things are written out. Why can't you just say how you feel to the person and end it if you want to end things? I don't understand the note. It's giving
childish.
It's giving not even childish. It's giving all this I don't even want to disrespect I like Jane Austen, but it's giving those kind of movies that
giving teenagers childish. Then
and then
oh my god, I can't look at you anymore. Don't talk to me.
Stop.
See,
stop.
Javan is, in this respect only, he's a better man than me. If you break up with me by notes, you will never hear from me again. You will never.
He tore that note right off.
He turned the right up, and I was wondering why. But now I'm like, you know what? That note, it doesn't deserve
make sense.
We
were together. We discussed, and then you decided on your own. Then you wrote me a note and left.
And also,
why couldn't you just talk to me? Why couldn't
you
can pack your bags? I've seen people pack their bags and leave and come back to the house when the person is around. Maybe if he wasn't around or what, I don't know, because they splice things up and come back and say face to face and say da 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 da, and we're done.
Yeah.
You're well in your rights, but anyway, we move on to talk.
I want to say one more thing, which is that the fact that like Javan of Victor notwithstanding, the fact that somebody can come and tell you something and you just believe what they tell you about your man, and you just obviously is a problem, because I'm like, if you are dating somebody that you can't even believe the person can you believe the person can do you dirty like that, I find it wild. Because if you actually say that this is your person and you're supposed to trust the person, surely if somebody comes to you with unfounded, unverified information, and I'm so sorry, once again, all of you just met, you don't know how Megan can be a very dramatic person where she sees A and she has amplified it. You don't know, but you just took what she said and you're like, this is gospel. Megan is my girl. She's not your girl. I mean, she's your girl, but you don't know how she interprets information. For example,
by the way, I just want to say that we're not saying that you guys should have married or been. We're not advocating for that.
No. I'm just criticizing that individual decisions.
Yeah, exactly. Please, I'm not saying that.
I'm not saying that. I'm happy that they didn't get.
I'm not saying that you shouldn't believe Megan or whatever. My issue here is that it was like a cop out. Like you didn't want to have
it was a cop out.
A conversation.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Hash it out and
that's what I'm saying. But
you could have ended things, because if it was to me, yes, inappropriate for you to go and be having this raw with somebody from the pause when you're engaged to someone, and you have your standard and it's my boundary and you crossed it, fine. End things, but say and talk. Don't write notes. That's where I stand on all of that. Like I don't so obviously I don't like that. But I'm just saying that. I mean, once again, Javan of it. I mean, some people like, how can I put it and then to find out that you guys are in 2025, you guys are still talking. So like, what was all of that?
What was this about? You get like, that's what that Javan is better than me, because you will never hear from me again. Like I just feel like if I'm saying that I want to marry somebody, I have to be able to trust the person to an extent. Somebody cannot just come and tell me, I saw your man doing this, so Mr. I'll just believe it. Oh yes, my man was doing that, and I've already decided. Oh, I'm going to end. Come on, verify it. At least, okay, Megan said it. Okay, talk to somebody else that was there. Oh, hi Sophie, you have their numbers now. Hi Sophie, I heard this, Hi this, verify the information.
I said
she just heard it once and she just believed it. Like, oh, I'm like, that means that you already know your self-esteem is so. Sorry to say this, self-esteem is so low, that you believe that the person that you choose is going to do you dirty. And as soon as you got the first hint of what you do, you're like, yes, of course, the person will do me that. Because now you're just being a self-fulfilling prophecy. Because clearly, you're somebody that you know is going to do you dirty. So anytime you hear the person do you dirty, you believe it. This is a good guy. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Sorry to say it like that, but that's I've talked a lot. I think
we've gone around.
Do part A.
But I'm gonna say that it is what it is. I guess it's not philosophical. It's not. But yeah, I didn't think you guys were like. I just again they said they didn't show us enough depth of a relationship. But I just didn't think that you guys should get. You know how I feel.
You don't love each other. That's why that's after you proposed to her and everything. Okay, look at okay. Sorry, I forgot to remember. Let's list the facts. He did not have proposal suits. Well, he said that to fair to him. Fair. He said that he had already packed his bags. Like he thought he was going on because he heard that she had picked him all that.
Okay, cool. But then he couldn't bring out.
No, he couldn't bring out his suit. So he was dressing like I don't know what to call him. Then okay, afterwards he said, he feels like you just still feel like this is just a girlfriend. When he does a fiance now, he still feel like just a girlfriend. He doesn't feel like fiance yet. He now talk about love. He now was asking the guy's jam question that, do you think you have to be in love to marry? Excuse me? I said, This is what we are having very stupid conversation because I think I hear a really defending rubbish. You are here. And the Japan is even asking. And this is anyways.
Look, it is what it is.
We'll be back with part 2 because we talked so much.
We'll come talk about the last couple and wrap it up.
That one will be shorter. Because sadly the meat is here.
Don't touch that. I'll be right back. Let me use it.